Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always, told out of Voice of Radio. So today, we've got some good news about Brilliant Stars binders, some lazy news about the newest Ultra Pro products, and some wonderful news about V-Star Climax over in Japan. So we might as well start off with these new Ultra Pro binders, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, you could have seen this coming. If you've been following the Pokemon trading card game for a while like I have, especially if you've been watching my videos, you will have seen this coming. Because we see these binders every time. And there's always a 9 pocket and a 4 pocket. And there's always a front and a back. And we've always got, well, actually that's not strictly true, sometimes it changes. But most of the time, we have got 4 booster pack artworks. So those 4 booster pack artworks are shared between the front and back of the 4 and 9 pocket binders, and jobs are good 'em. It did get interesting with Chilling Reign when there were 5 booster pack artworks, but clearly one of the 4 sides of the binder was just split in half. It was fine. My point is, ladies and gentlemen, that these are exactly what we would expect. So over on the 4 pocket binder, we've got Arceus on the front and Shaman on the back. Remember, we have seen Arceus V-Star, we have not seen Shaman V-Star. And over on the 9 pocket binder, we've got Charizard on the front and Whimsicott on the back. And remember, we've seen Charizard V-Star, we've not seen Whimsicott V-Star. Incidentally, nobody should be surprised by this. The reason why Arceus and Charizard were shown off first is because they're more popular. The reason why they get the front of the binders is because they're more popular. So this honestly should all have been expected. So it's not particularly amazing in that regard, but that doesn't really matter. These portfolios are cool. And by now, you know if you're going to buy these. You know if these are the kind of things you're into. For me, back around about the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, I used to buy these a lot. I don't anymore. These just aren't for me. I tend to use Dragon Shield binders, as you all well know. Yes, they do sometimes do videos with me. This is not a sponsored video. I'm just telling you I generally tend to use Dragon Shield binders because I've got 2 binders on the go at the moment that I'm filling up regularly. They're both Dragon Shield. I like them. These, I'm not such a fan of the binders themselves. I do love how cool they look, but as I said a moment ago, by now you almost certainly know if these are the binders for you or not. But they've now been officially shown off, we have seen them, it's pretty awkward, and now we can move on. But unfortunately, what we're moving on to is something a lot, well, I'm going to be honest with you, right, lazier. A lot lazier. You see, the new Ultra Pro Gallery series has been announced and revealed. It is Enchanted Glade. And once again, what we've got is generic stock art of Pokemon on a generic background. And that's what we get. It's what we had the last couple of times. Haunted Hollow was the last one. There was a Seaside one as well. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this is what we get moving forward. And I think we're going to get more of these as we go. For what it's worth, as much as I give Ultra Pro a bit of a hard time on this channel for it, it is almost certainly not actually Ultra Pro's fault, because there is going to be some contractual arrangement here. There is going to be a thing whereby, for whatever reason, and I don't know who this is because, but I can tell you almost certainly that there is some contractual arrangement coming in here whereby they are only able to use the stock artwork. You'll notice on a lot of my card reveal videos, I start the video with an image of a Pokemon on the screen, and I always use the stock Kensugimori artwork because that seems like the most respectful thing to do. That is the stock artwork, so that really is what I should be using. If you see a Jigglypuff in my videos like that, you're going to see this Jigglypuff art. And if you have a look at the products here, you can see that is the Jigglypuff artwork they've gone and used. They've gone and got a generic background, and they've gone and stuck some art over it. It was interesting, in the previous video where I talked about the Haunted Hollow, I did suggest that you could literally make these in 5 minutes. And I'm really sorry, I can't remember who it was, but there was one of you out there who over on Twitter did that. and literally made one in 5 minutes and emailed it to me, and I really appreciate that. That was really cool. That was kind of a fun thing to do. So it is as it is, and look, I have made it pretty clear at this stage, this isn't for me. I am not a fan of this kind of stuff. I think there are so many Pokemon playmats, sleeves, etc. out there that you really don't need to settle for stuff like this. But I'm not you, ladies and gentlemen, and all I can ever do on this channel is give my advice and tell you what I think and bring you the news. It's up to you to decide what you're into. So if any of you out there are watching this going, Wassy, you're crazy, I love this looks amazing, you go for it. If this is the kind of thing you're into, if you're a huge fan of fairy-type Pokemon, if you love some Galarian Rapidash and you're looking at this thinking, oh my goodness, I love this, you go for it, ladies and gentlemen. All I'm ever doing is bringing you my opinion. But as I've said a million times before, if we look at, for instance, the gardening range that came out in Japan around about the release of Fusion Arts, it's all brand new, brilliant, bespoke artwork, which has been drawn specially for it. And even between the different products, they've actually changed the artwork just a tiny bit. It looks like the same, but if you actually look at it, you'll notice they've mixed up the pictures a little bit. They've redrawn them some. And that is absolutely amazing. That's the kind of stuff I want, ladies and gentlemen. So, for instance, if you look at the sleeves and the deck box side by side for this gardening range, you'll notice that actually in the sleeves, Pikachu is on the right in front of a little chalkboard, and Bulbasaur is on the left holding a pot. And on the right, Bulbasaur's still holding a pot, and Pikachu's still holding the Squirtle watering can, but they've swapped places. And Pikachu is no longer in front of a board. And on the sleeves, there's not a plant pot with Shaman poking his head out, but there totally is over on the deck box. And I just love that they've changed these things up a little bit. That makes me very happy indeed. So yeah, this is all out there. Now, there is a whole range of the stuff if you're interested. You've got yourselves a playmat, a full view deck box, a 9-pocket binder, Pro Binder, a 9-pocket portfolio, deck protectors, sleeves, a 4-pocket portfolio, and a 2-inch album. So look, this is up to you at this stage, ladies and gentlemen. I've shown you the news, I've shown you the products. If you're cool with it and you like it, you go nuts and you buy it. All I'm doing is bringing you the news. I just honestly wish we would stop getting these Ultra Pro gallery series, because we could all make these with a little bit of Photoshop knowledge. What I really want is the lovely, bespoke, brand new artwork that you always see coming out of places like Japan. And to be fair, there has been a bunch of that coming from the US Pokémon Center lately, which is amazing as well. And I just don't think we need this stuff, honestly. I just don't. The Mimikyu Halloween playmat would be a good example of that. That was extremely cool. And the final piece of news I want to share with you, lovely ladies and gentlemen, today is news that was shared by the lovely 2new1223 about VMAX Climax and the Pokemon Center. And essentially what happened was that the Pokemon Center over in Japan has gone and put some stock of VMAX Climax to one side and have made it available to pre-order by people who competed in a Pokemon card event after December the 7th, 2018, i.e. nearly 3 years. In like 3 weeks, that's going to be 3 years ago. Basically, that is a very, very wide window that an awful lot of players are going to fall into, but the point is, they've actually gone and done it. And it means that random scalpers, yeah, they're not going to be able to get in on that, because they've not done that. They've not been to Pokemon events. Sure, there are some newer players, but all you have to have done is gone to one Pokemon event at some point, and you will qualify. Like, I played a Digimon TCG, and I've had to miss a whole bunch of online webcam events lately because of just family grown-up stuff. It's a little bit sad, but it's the way of the world. It's what happens when you become a grown-up and all of that. But I've still done some of them. And that's what I love here. And we talk a lot about ways we can stop scalpers. This is a great way to do it. Are there going to be some people who have played a Pokemon event after that date but are still going to buy this just to scalp it? Yes, obviously there are. I know that that's true, and you know that that's true, and I still don't care. Because what's happening here is that Pokemon are going out of their way to try and make sure that product gets into the hands of players and real Pokemon fans rather than scalpers. And it's more proof, if anyone needed, which I'm sorry at this stage it really shouldn't be, but it's more proof, if anyone needed, that the Pokemon Company really do care about their fans. And they really do care about the real Pokemon fans and the player base and all of that. This is something that Pokemon don't need to do. This is something that nobody was really shouting for. This is just a really good idea that Pokemon came up with to reward people who play in events and are actual fans of the Pokemon trading card game by giving them access to the newer set. And we do think the newer set is going to be more available than the last few sets. I am hoping to be able to get some to do an opening, which I was not able to do for Fusion Arts. So I live in hope, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like things are getting a little bit easier and a little bit better, and that is awesome. But I adore that Pokemon are going out of their way to make things easier for actual fans and real players, and this has got to be wonderful news, right? I think it is, and I think it's a nice way to end the video, but I want to know what you think. I want to know your opinion on all of this. I want to know whatever you want to tell me, so go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.